Hello friends. Welcome to Current Affairs Review. Topic for today's video is impact of INA trials on the discourse about India's freedom movement, impact on common people, and the armed forces in British India. The mainstream nationalist movement under the Indian National Congress held multiple streams of protests, where it existed contesting visions and agendas of emancipation within India's struggle for independence. One such alternative vision was that of Subhas Chandra Bose. Subhas Chandra Bose took control over INA in 1943. In October 1943, he announced the formation of the Provisional Government of Free India, or the Azad Hind Government, and also that of the Azad Hind Fauj, Free India Army, or the Indian National Army, of which he became the Supreme Commander. In order to assess the significance of INA, it is important to distinguish between its immediate achievements and its ultimate and primarily psychological impact. Following their surrender, the 20,000 INA soldiers were interrogated and transported back to India, and after that put on trial. 10 trials took place in total, among which the most celebrated one was that held at Red Fort, whereby 3 officers, namely P.K. Sehgal, G.S. Dhillon and Shah Nawaz Khan, were put on trial on the charges of treason, murder and abetment of murder. The INA trials sparked of massive demonstration all over the country. The soldiers came to be glorified as patriots of the highest order, and the demands for discontinuing the trial grew stronger day by day. The All India Congress Committee meeting held in September 1945 decided to defend the accused in the INA trials. Following this decision, a defense committee was formed constituting of contemporary legal luminaries like Tej Bahadur Sapru, Bhulabhai Desai, Asaf Ali, and Jawaharlal Nehru. The mass upsurge that followed INA trials can be attributed to myriad factors. The trials were held in Red Fort, that served as the most authentic symbol of British imperial domination, where the trial of Bahadur Shah II, the last Mughal emperor, and the famous leader of the 1857 revolt was held. Another important aspect of the INA campaigns was its wide geographical reach and participation of diverse social groups and political parties. All political parties such as the Congress Socialists, Akali Dal, Unionist Party, Justice Party, Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh, Hindu Mahasabha, and even the Muslim League unanimously agreed that the trial should be discontinued. Most importantly, the demonstrations echoed communal harmony, which may be attributed to the fact that the 3 accused belonged to 3 different religions, namely 1 Hindu, 1 Muslim, and 1 Sikh. However, soon violence erupted. It was in fact in Calcutta where riots were initiated, which was followed by riots in other places all over the country. As has been pointed out by some scholars, one of the most significant aspects of the INA trials was the immense impact it had on the traditional bulwarks of the Raj, the army being one of the most important among them. The armed forces were very sympathetic towards the INA soldiers, thus clearly countering the official perception of the loyal soldiers being hostile to the INA traitors. In fact, the Royal Indian Air Force, RAF, men in cohort attended the meetings of Shah Nawaz. However, the most important consequent event was undoubtedly the open mutiny organized by the Royal Indian Navy, RIN, in February 1946, that in turn possibly served as the single most decisive reason behind the British decision to make a quick withdrawal. Download material for this issue from our website. Please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you.